What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Shaq, a person I battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle and try Discord chat room and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles, definitely check out my Discord server. I'll link will be in the description. Now, me and Shaq are having a Never Use battle today, as Never Use is a relatively fun tier, as Shaq's packing a pretty fun team featuring, the top tier threats and NU. I'm kind of joking about that, but he does have Rizion, which is a pretty big threat to my team, as well as Slowbro. Slowbro can practically solo my team if I play around it poorly, as I'm using a pretty fun team featuring Dugong, Arbok, Turtonator, Mr. Mime, all that fun stuff. And we're just going to head right into this battle, as it's a pretty good one. We're facing Shaq with the Demon Eyes, and yeah, we're just going to head right into it. So turn one, gonna lead off with my Dugong in the volcanic area, of course. Not the best, environment for a Dugong, but it's okay, as my opponent is going to lead off with the Verlis Vids. Now turn one, I don't want the Slowbro setting up Calm Minds, Insect sowing my team, so with Dugong, I'm gonna go straight for the Whirlpool, make that Slowbro spin around a little bit, and Autism is going to get trapped in the Whirlpool, as my opponent is not going to hesitate to try to sweep me 6-0 turn 1 with the Slowbro. He realized that Slowbro does solo my team, so I figured may as well just try to solo his team with the Slowbro, which is understandable, trying to have some fun and tier battles like everyone else. So unfortunately my opponent is underestimating Dugong, the godly Dugong set that is just so good. So I'm gonna go for the Pair Song here, and you guys already know what's coming. I'm gonna go for the Pair Song, and now Slowbro is inevitably going to die. So hoping I don't take half health from the Psyshock, as thankfully I don't, and I'm like, okay, this Dugong is currently doing all the work. I can just go for Rain Dance here, and then, it's going to be very good. He's going to get the Whirlpool damage, which is, doing alright damage, no lie. And the Paris Trap is going to start counting down, and Whirlpool does trap the opponent, and since I do carry a Grip Claw, I'm in a pretty good position. So I'm going to go for the Rain Dance here, as I get the Rain Dance up, and my opponent is just going to go straight for the Psyshock. Or no, he actually goes for Calm Mind. He might have expected Protect. That was a nice play. Either way, he played that pretty well. And he still only has 2 turns left to Pair Song, and he's still trapped, so either way he can set up as many Calm Minds as he wants. As long as my Dugong is in front of the Slowbro, there's no doubt that this thing's going to die. So this Dugong does carry Hydration, or it's supposed to carry Hydration, as you'll see. I'll actually go for the rest here with my Dugong, as I do carry Hydration, or this set's supposed to carry Hydration, but the person that bred me this Dugong, unfortunately, it gave it Thick Fat, which, I understand being thick is a wonderful thing, but when you're running a Rain Dance Hydration set, I would hope that you would change the ability to Hydration, but I guess I can just ability capsule it. I have like 3,000 VP thanks to Pokebank anyway, so it's alright, not a big deal. But the Slowbro is still going to be trapped regardless. It's just that Dugong is going to have to die for it, as opposed to being, relatively healthy. I'm just gonna have to sack it off to the Slowbro, which is unfortunate, but that's what happens when you run the wrong ability on your Pokemon. So either way, we trapped this humongous threat to my team in exchange for Dugong's life. That is hella worth it. And my opponent didn't anticipate me to switch out there, going for the Rain Boosted +2 Scald. Definitely a very good play, and I was afraid of that play, which is another reason why I stayed in. I probably would have stayed in even if I had Hydration, because +2 Slowbro is very scary in the rain. And thankfully, we were able to knock out Muy Autismo, the Slowbro, and that's great. So now I'm going to bring on Sock Me Off, my Sock. Very nice nickname. Okay, it's a little more original than Hayden nicknames. You gotta give me credit. Come on now. It's not like Sock My Cock. Okay, it's like, at least it has like some sort of bun to it. So, my opponent is going to bring in the Aroma Thick onto my Sock. He definitely brought in the wrong thing to double down into. So in comes Aroma Thick, because I just click Knock Off here just to remove this thing's leftovers. And now I can just proceed to switch out, because I don't want to stay in here and take a Moonblast or something. So I'm going to switch out my Sock and bring in my Orochimaru, my Arbok, as a nice Naruto reference there. The worst anime of all time according to some people, but it is a childhood favorite, and it's like the only anime I watch, so I have watched. I'm also watching Boruto, because it's a childhood thing, man. It's a childhood thing. I can't really explain it. I know it's not the best anime, but it's like a childhood thing, and I don't know. I get entertained easily, so like it doesn't have to be a good anime for me to enjoy it, alright? So I'm gonna go for the Coil here, getting off the anime topic. I'm gonna trigger some weebs in the comments. I'm gonna go for the Coil here and get the +1 in my attack, defense, and accuracy. And here I kind of misplay. I'm like, I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake, because I want to get some chip damage off from the Steelix, and my opponent's probably gonna go for Dragon Tail or Roar or Stealth Rocks, my opponent decided to click Earthquake. I should have probably expected this and, you know, probably switched out, but Orochimaru is going to take a shit ton of damage from that Earthquake, as it must be an offensive Steelix, because that Earthquake did a lot, but maybe I'm just underestimating Steelix and overestimating Arbok. Either way, nice nickname for the Steelix, nice Hayden nickname. A lot of Hayden nicknames in my videos lately. I guess I know the kind of fan base I do attract to my videos. Now, I'm going to bring in my Sightstone here, my Clay Doll, nice League of Legends reference, nice Cancerous game, as I'm going to be immune to the Earthquake. Thankfully, I want to save Arbok in case, you know, I need the Intimidate for later, because Intimidate is very handy. So, Steelix is not going to want to stay in here onto Clay Doll because it really can't touch me unless it carries Toxic. So now my opponent's going to bring in every 2 steps a Golbat, which is pretty accurate because every 2 steps in a cave, you run into a Golbat, which is understandable. I can understand that nickname. Could have probably been worded better, but I still understand you. I got you, bro. I see you. So, I'm going to switch into my Rinka here. Nice Fire Emblem Fates reference. I'm just all over the place in my references today, as now my opponent's going to go straight for the U-turn here, and Rinka just face tanks that because Rinka has really high defenses, but not such a high special defense, which is exactly what Rinka is in freaking Fates, by the way. Like, you put her up to like any mage tag and she just drops. But now in comes Purple Haze, the Virizion. I don't really understand that nickname because it's pink and not purple. I'm gonna have to like Google that and see what that means. But I'm going to switch out my Turtonator and bring in a Orochimaru here just to get the Intimidate and sack it off, because I don't want to lose my Turtonator, as it does a lot of work to my opponent's team. As my opponent actually goes for the Z move, I was wondering why he brought in Virizion and on a Turtonator, then I realized he's probably going to go for the Continental Kush, you know, that fun stuff. So my opponent's going to go for the Z move here with Purple Haze. Isn't Purple Haze a strand of Marinara? I'm pretty sure it is. So my opponent's going to go for the Continental Kush, and my Arbok is not unable to tank the dankness, and Orochimaru will go down. Orochimaru dying, I know, it's like, that's kind of like impossible, but it happens. So now I'm going to bring in Sock Me Off here, my Sock. Nice, very original nickname, as my opponent is going to want to switch out because I could be a Scarf Sock, you never know. So my opponent is going to bring in the Aroma Thick here onto my Sock, as I just decided to click, do I click Close Combat? I think so. Or do I double? I actually double switch expecting Aromatisse, and I double switch and bring in my Rinka. Though Rinka isn't really the best matchup for an Aromatisse, it still works alright, I suppose. So I'm going to go for the Shell Smash here with my Rinka, as it's my best play. And I don't carry the White Herb, unfortunately. I actually am a Z-move Rinka, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to get the Shell Smash off. And now Rinka's actually going to tank a Moonblast, I'm pretty sure, which at -1 speed def is not going to... it's going to hurt. It's going to leave a pretty decent bruise on me, but Moonblast doesn't kill me, thankfully, as now I'm actually able to go for the +2 Flamethrower, because I don't want to miss with Fire Blast, because I have Focus Blast on this set, so I may as well have one reliable stab move, but it lives with 1 hit point, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So my Turtonator just drops in the Moonblast, and I'm like, that was so close to a potential Turtonator like cleanup, but unfortunately I didn't get it. But now, at the very least, the Aromatisse is very weakened, which is one of the main checks to my Sock, so it's currently 3-5. Not looking too great for me at this point, but I still have a chance if I play my cards right. So Ice Punch, gonna knock out the Aromatisse. Now my opponent is going to bring in every 2 steps the Golbat, even though I just locked myself in an Ice Punch. I could be Choice Banded, so it's kind of risky bringing in Golbat, but Golbat's very bulky. So here I decided to stay in here and go for the Ice Punch, kind of fishing for the freeze hacks, and just to gauge damage, as it does absolutely nothing because it is Golbat. And my opponent does decide to go for Brave Bird here, because I don't really have a flying resistance at this point, and he probably anticipated me to switch out, but I stay in here, live with my Sturdy, because I am Sturdy Sock. And yes, I am Weakness Policy. I had to hide, I had to slide this Weakness Policy in here somewhere, and obviously Sturdy Sock had to be the culprit. So yeah, now I'm at +2 attack with Sock, which is very scary to be in front of at this point. So I'm gonna go for the Ice Puncher, knock out the Golbat. And this Sock set's actually pretty fun. I have Reversal on the set as well, so you're supposed to take like a Psychic and then like one-shot it with Reversal. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like similar to my Amendur Hitmonlee set, but I run a Weakness Policy instead of Lychee Berry because you don't have a freaking Unburden. But yeah, I'm going to switch out here because Virizion outspeeds me, and I'm going to bring in Gender Fluid here, my Mr. Mime. Very nice nickname for Mr. Mime if I do say so myself. And Leaf Blade's unable to knock me out. Thankfully, he does not get the critical hit, as now my opponent is not going to want to stay in here. I'm a Mr. Mime, as Virizion is my opponent's win con, so he's going to bring in the Steelix here. A pretty good play, as I decided to go for the Healing Wish. Now, Healing Wish is a really nice move, allowing you to get your health back, and I don't think my opponent knew about Healing Wish's powers. Healing Wish probably caught my opponent off guard because Mr. Mime isn't the most seen Pokemon in the world, so Healing Wish off Mr. Mime probably was not what my opponent was anticipating. So Healing Wish's powers are going to come through here, and I'm going to get all of my health back with Sock Me Off. So now I do have my Sturdy attached once again, which means I can take an attack from the Virizion. So now I'm going to go straight for the Close Combat. So I carry both Close Combat and Reversal on this set. The only bad part about the set is it has no way to hit Fairy types, which is, I mean, I guess it's alright if you have like other ways to beat it on your team, which I don't think, I mean, I did have Arbok, which has helped me combat the Aromatisse slightly. But now my opponent is going to bring in the Purple Haze, the Virizion, and I should be able to tank, you know, any attack due to my Sturdy, and my opponent's going to decide to go for a Leaf Blade just to bring me down to my Sturdy. I do actually get brought down to 1 HP because this Sock actually has like a hasty nature, I'm pretty sure. So now I'm going to go for the Reversal here and knock out the Virizion. Down that thing goes. I mean, if that didn't kill, if he didn't bring me down to like low health, that Reversal may have backfired, but I didn't want to risk Close Combat not killing, as now my opponent's going to bring in Herbert with the eye makeup. It's freaking eyelashes are on fleek though. Damn, Herbert. I mean, like, you may be an old man, but your eyelashes though, needed my makeup though. But yeah, Reversal is going to demolish this Herbert. And yeah, this Sock actually came through in this battle thanks to Healing Wish. I mean, it was all thanks to Healing Wish's powers. I was able to pull through in this battle. I was very far behind, but the Healing Wish's powers, like I said, came through in the end, and were able to defeat Shaq with a narrow 1-0 victory. So I hope you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle, as it was a very fun and, you know, down to the wire battle. If you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle and want to support my YouTube channel, please be sure to Continental crush that like button, as it is much appreciated, and your guys' support keeps me inspired to make these daily uploads for you guys. And yeah, the question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite Z-move user to use in the never used metagame? Let me know in the comments down below for you NU players. If you guys don't play at never used, just let me know what your favorite Z-move user is in general. And I'm sure I've asked this question before, but I don't think I've asked it for NU. Now my favorite Z-move user in NU, it's got to be either Virizion. Virizion's really good as a Z-move user. I also, like, a personal favorite of mine is Zweilious. Zweilious with the Z-move, like, one-shots everything, and it's very fun to use with Trick Room. It's just a personal favorite of mine, and there's also a lot of other Z-moves I do enjoy, as you guys have seen. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite Z-move user is to use in the NU metagame, and yeah, I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.